Les Miserables is a dramatic musical interpretation based on the novel by Victor Hugo, which is set in the early 19th century France. It tells the story of Jean Valjean and his quest for redemption after serving 19 years in jail for having stolen a loaf of bread. Valjean breaks his parole and is swept into the Revolution of France, and this is a musical performance that you do not want to miss, happening at one of the jewels of theater in New Mexico, Albuquerque Little Theater. With us this morning is a choreographer of Les Miserables, Jessica Quinlan, also marketing director of Albuquerque Little Theater, along with Paul Bauer, who plays Javert. I said that you play Valjean. Javert, Valjean, Vajou, Vazai, and right. It's early morning, right? So anyway, one of the stars of Les Miserables, guys, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
So we just, brief synopsis of the show. Why does ALT want to bring Les Miserables to the stage here in New Mexico?
For us, it is one of the longest running Broadway musicals of all time, and it's one of the most beautiful and most beloved musicals of all time, and the rights are very difficult to get, and they were finally available, and we just wanted to bring this incredible musical to Albuquerque and give Albuquerque actors the opportunity to play these roles, and also Albuquerque audiences the opportunity to see this beautiful musical. And then with the movie that came out, I guess 2 years ago, we just, there's so much excitement around it that we just wanted to bring it.
Yeah, and it's like you said, it's interesting you say that the rights are kind of difficult to get. This is a huge musical.
Yes.
I mean, it's right up there in terms of what people know of theater. They think of Les Mis, they think of Phantom, they think of, these huge Broadway musicals. Do you guys, and particularly Paul, I'm gonna ask you, do you feel, how do I say this, an immense amount of pressure putting on something as big as Les Miserables? I mean, you've got a lot of big shoulders that you got to stand on.
Sure. I haven't thought about it so much along those terms.
Sorry for bringing it up.
No. Javert is, he's one of the great villains in all musical theater repertoire. And so for me, it's just a matter of playing this really great role, you know. And yes, you're right. I mean, most people know Les Miserables, at least to some extent. The songs have been around for several decades now, and people hum the tunes, and, but like I said, I mean, Javert is just such an intense role to play, and just this really famous villain character who's, single focus, just really intense.
He's on this
really
huge manhunt for Valjean through the whole show.
Yeah.
And now, one number a number I'm going to throw out to people, and this may or may not mean something. 56 cast members, is that right? And you choreograph this show.
Yes.
So I mean, for those that have never worked in theater and know a little bit about it, you're working along with the director, but that's a lot of bodies to move on stage. How do you manage it?
It is. Well, we do have about, I think 16 who are just vocalists, so they're in the back. So it's a little over 40 that are performing, moving around. But it is so many people, and it takes a lot, and it's figuring out who can be in what, who can move where. Luckily, ALT is big, and we have set pieces, so we have people on levels, but working with 40-some people is quite a feat.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Yes.
Now, ALT, you guys are having a great season thus far. You closed down a very successful production of To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yes.
Les Miserables, following it up, when does it open?
It opens May 23rd.
May 23rd.
So it's 2 weeks from Friday, and we run through June 15th.
Through June 15th, okay. And of course, folks, we will have links to ALT on our website at casa.com under the Casa blog. I highly encourage you to get out and see this. Like I said, 86 years, 85 years?
This is our 84th season. We'll be starting our 85th season next year.
Great. Fantastic, guys. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for bringing Les Mis to Albuquerque.
Absolutely.
Best of luck, break legs in the show. We'll be